Aftershokz have a new name, Shokz, and they also have a new flagship set of bone conduction headphones, the OPENRUN Pro. Watch to find out what's new.
Welcome to Shokz.
These are the newest model from Shokz, formerly known as Aftershokz. It's the OPENRUN Pro. They are made for sport and they're great for cycling. For those of you not familiar with bone conduction headphones, let me explain them to you. So they are different in that they don't go in your ear. Instead, they rest on your cheekbone there, and they send the vibrations directly to your ear, bypassing your eardrum. So to explain what that is like, it's like listening to a radio on in a room, but only you can hear it. So you can still hear what's going on around you, you can still hear your environment, but you've got your music and your sound or your podcast, which is perfect for cycling because it allows you to keep awareness of what's going on around you. I really like bone conduction headphones. I love being able to have music on my bike, but still keep that awareness of my environment. I discovered them back in 2016 when I bought a pair for Nathan for his birthday for our ride across Canada. And boy, did he love them. And then when we got back, he bought me a pair for Christmas. So we've been using Shokz bone conduction headphones for quite a while now. So let's talk about what's new with the OPENRUN Pro. First off, there's 2 extra hours of battery life. That gives you 10 hours of listening time, plenty for most rides.
Welcome to Shokz. Battery low.
Another new thing is the quick charge. In 5 minutes, you can get an hour and a half of listening time. So it's a great feature if you happen to wake up and realize you forgot to charge your headphones the night before. Something that I noticed that's changed is the button that you use to control the headphones. So stopping, starting, skipping songs, repeating songs. It's slightly more raised and gives better feedback than the AeroPex. And I really like that, especially when you're wearing gloves. There's also an app now, which means any firmware upgrades in the future, you can get via the app on your phone. And that means you can choose between 2 different listening options, standard and voice enhanced. As you'd expect, voice enhanced is for voice related things, podcasts, phone calls, listening to audiobooks, that kind of thing. And standard has a little bit more bass, so it's more suited to music. Now, I personally prefer standard for everything. I just leave it in standard mode. The difference between the two is kind of subtle to me. Now, I am tone deaf, so maybe some of you out there will notice more of a difference than I do. But yeah, I find it really subtle. What I hope to see in the future is that they add an equalizer so you can adjust it how you would actually like it. To help with sound quality, they have lowered the IP rating to an IP55. So the OPENRUN Pro now are an IP55. The OPENRUN, the model down, is an IP67, so technically more waterproof. But an IP55, just make sure I get this correct, according to the standard, protects from low pressure water from any direction, which is plenty for cycling. An IP67 gets you protection from full immersion at shallow depths. But if you're a swimmer, you're likely going to be looking at the OpenSwim model anyway. Bone conduction headphones to me offer, a lot of advantages. One of them is the comfort. I have really sensitive ears, so I find in-ear headphones to be quite uncomfortable. And sometimes over-the-ear headphones, if they're not big enough, again, I find the pressure uncomfortable on my ears. And because bone conduction headphones rest on your cheekbone, nothing's touching my ear. And so I find that to be much more comfortable than most other headphones, which is why these are my go-to headphones for just about everything I do. And if I'm on a plane or train or somewhere noisy or on the indoor trainer, I just put some earplugs in and get a full immersion experience with them. So they really are truly a great headphone for doing just about everything. And because they're only 26 grams, I usually forget I have them on, and Nathan likes to tease me that they're now surgically attached to my head. In previous videos I did on the Shokz headphones, which were previously known as Aftershokz, I didn't talk about the call quality of them. And that's because my phone was an older model, so I couldn't take advantage of the newest Bluetooth technology that they come with. I now have a new phone, so I have done a little bit of testing with calls just to get an idea of the quality for you guys, and yeah, it is pretty good. I put the TV on to see if the dual noise cancelling on the mic worked, and Nathan said he couldn't hear the TV, it wasn't interfering. I also tried taking a call on my bike. Now, I don't normally take calls on my bike. It's one of the joys of going for a ride. But yeah, I wanted to see how they worked for you guys.
I was just doing an experiment with Nathan to see if he could hear me. And as you can maybe hear right now, there is wind. I am going into a headwind. And couldn't hear me.
Test riding using the Shokz on the bike riding and trying to make a phone call, but the wind is just too much. The mics pick up too much of the wind. So while they're great for talking on the phone, they're not great for talking on the phone on the bike. But that's fine. I'm not looking to talk on the phone while I'm on my bike. So for me, that's not a deal breaker. For you, it might be. In my other videos, I get a lot of questions about how it works with helmet straps and glasses. So whether it's sunglasses or regular glasses, it's no problem. It's so thin around the ear that everything fits, as you can see. I could put my sunglasses on under the strap, I could put them on over the strap, whatever your preference, whatever you think is cooler. But yeah, I have no problem. They're comfortable. It's a very thin bit around the top of your ear, so plenty of room for everything else. The OPENRUN Pro have some nice new features. The quick charge and the extra battery time and the app are all great upgrades. It's good to see Shokz continuing to, evolve and improve their headphones. I know that if you give Shokz bone conduction headphones a try, you won't regret it. I mean, I've been using them, like I said, since 2016. Love them and just couldn't be without them now. I love having music on my rides. If I've missed anything or you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I've put the links below if you want to know all the nitty-gritty details and specs and things. And as always, thanks for watching. Until the next video.